Welcome. This is Charles at Time for Wine, sharing our passion and fun about wines from around the world. Today I selected something very special because of not only the region, but the vintage. People ask me all the time, how do wines age? And do all wines age the same? Well, they don't. Alternately, wines will age for a small period of time. Whites, not as long as reds, but it's the reds that really have the ability to age for a longer period of time. Today I picked a Spanish Tempranillo from Rioja. This is La Gitana, and it's a 2009 vintage. So 9 years by today's standard, and it's a Reserva. If you remember, we talked about Spanish wines before, 4 different levels or categories of Spanish wine. The first is the youngest wine, called Joven, young. Second is the Crianza, aged maybe 6 to 12 months. Then you have something called a Reserva, minimum of 12 months up to 18 months. And then the highest level in Spain is a Gran Reserva. Today, this is La Gitana Tempranillo from Rioja, and it is a Reserva. So dark in color, but yet still has not turned. When you have a wine like this, it's important for temperature. I always instruct my clients, if you can, purchase a small wine fridge and keep it at a constant temperature. You see, it's heat and sunlight that actually damage a wine. So you don't want to store it above your refrigerator and those little wine racks. You actually want to keep it in a cool, dark place. This La Gitana's temperature controlled in our warehouse here, so it never sees a lot of sunlight unless it's shipped out. I'm anxious to try this with you because it is really wonderful. Wow, I get blackberry, black cherries, some dark fruits that are in there, reminiscent of Tempranillo, so that earthiness. Still tasting great. Wine of this color, this magnitude. I'm now getting some of the plums that are coming through, some of the other rich fruits. This wine pairs so well with like pork carnitas. You can do it with some lamb, some roast chicken. Those styles of foods, if you want to stick to some traditional ropo viejo, that style, some black beans, yellow rice, are all traditional. I've even had this wine with some olives, just to see how the flavor would pair with green olives or some black olives. Try it with a little bit of dark chocolate. You'd be amazed. 2009 La Gitana. It won't last long, but if you're interested in trying something of aged vintage, try our Reserva from Spain. Salud.